What are you doing?
What
That
are you
ain't
doing?
you.
That's you.
Take that off.
No.
I'm taking it off because you know what? We're not going to wear a mask around here. We're going to be genuine and authentic. And we
Yes.
want to welcome you to Coffee with Ken.
Ooh.
Welcome, welcome. I'm here with Ken Brown. He is CEO of Destiny Global, and I'm here with Butch McCracken. He's in the house, and he's general manager. You did take it off. And I am Dr. April Brown, and I'm Executive Vice President of Coaching here at Destiny Global. And we're so glad to have you. And you're probably wondering why we have masks on. What are we up to again? What are we up to this time? What are we up to this
literally
time?
no telling. That's what I can tell you.
That is true. You just
I
never
didn't
know.
even know why I put the mask
Wait
on
to
to
wait.
begin with.
His nickname is Captain Purple. Give us a like if you like that.
You know,
Ooh. Thumbs up.
Lynn
Thumbs
Beachy,
up,
this
they
is
wanna
for
see.
you, buddy.
Taking off the mask
Be
and the cape.
genuine.
Yes. And you know what? When people aren't genuine, what do you see and what happens when we put our mask on and we're not being authentic and we're not being who we are? Whether we're struggling or not, we try to put on that we have everything together. Everything is great. We're doing great. Marriage is great. This is great. Our kids are great. And we're not being genuine and authentic.
Right.
It's actually a rejection of wisdom.
Mm.
You know, someone could be going through what you're going through, whether it's this big or this big, and their bit of wisdom can help you. But sometimes we
Wow.
think, especially men, that we got to figure it all out on ourselves.
Mm-hmm.
And most
Mhm.
men wear a facade, right?
No.
Because they got to maintain that strong and you know that
Mhm.
persona, and
Yeah.
they're struggling inside because
It's so true.
Father put people in our lives with wisdom. We can
Mhm.
share wisdom with others that take the mask off. So I really believe you
Mm.
reject the potential of getting the help that you want, that you desire, because nobody
Mhm.
likes to battle in their own mind against situations, and
Mhm.
nobody enjoys putting on a facade. And quite honestly, you can see right through it.
You can.
Mhm.
You absolutely
you know,
can.
you can see that.
So true.
You can tell when people are genuine when they're not.
Yeah.
It is.
Mhm.
And people can fake it for a period of time, but
Mhm.
as to the test of time proves everything.
Yeah.
It really does. It shows the heart, the mind, where they're thinking, flaws, and we've all experienced that in different levels in
Mhm.
our lives.
For sure.
We
Mm.
really, really have. But it's really interesting. We come into the election season, and you see so many people. They change their position. They're like a fish that comes out of the pond, right? And they're
Mhm.
flopping back and forth. You don't know really who they are because they change on the political climate based on polls instead of on values and character and who they are. But you know what? We
Mhm.
can so often judge them. But what about us? When
Yeah.
difficulty happens, I've told this in our home more than one time, and April can attest to this. You don't know someone. You really don't know someone until you've gone through hard times with them. You
Mhm.
don't. Because you always see the best when they've gone through the best of circumstances. You don't really know them yet until you've gone through a test. When things have been tested and tried and proven.
Mhm. When
You
you go
don't.
through those trials,
Mm-hmm.
that really tell whether they're gonna stick with you, if they're gonna persevere, or they're gonna cave. And they're gonna be like, "I'm done. I'm out."
And that goes back to the law of sowing and reaping. You cannot get away
Mhm.
from it, for what you sow will come out. And
Yeah.
what you
Mhm.
and the fact is when people are reaping some benefits, sometimes you can catch them on the end of that and you can think that their life is so perfect.
Mhm.
Always peek behind the curtain.
Don't look behind the curtain. What did that say on The Wizard of Oz? Don't look behind the curtain. The
Right.
guy pulling the strings, right? And doing all the things. He says, oh, it's a wonderful wizard, but it's just a human, right?
Mhm.
The reality is all of us are human, and we have capacity. And at some point, the creator of the universe will test your capacity because it needs to be increased. And it will show
Mhm.
you who you are in the midst of that.
Oh yeah.
Oh.
And when you live in a world that you've put on facades, it's not just that moment that that you're putting on the facade.
Mhm.
Now you've got to,
Mhm.
like you said, you have to make sure that your actions are aligning with the facade you put on.
Mhm.
Mhm.
That's an even bigger battle,
Yep.
right? Because that's what people will see. People are going to see your actions.
Mhm.
You know, words are easy
Yep.
to say, but it's the actions that speak the truth.
It
So
is.
now you got to follow your tracks.
Mhm. Well, and that's why I appreciate so many people within our community, and why I appreciate you too, right? Obviously, you and I have been through so many ups and downs, right?
Mhm.
We are TNP. Remember that person that told us that they had written in their Bible
Tried
about
and
TNP, and I thought it meant
tried
toilet
and
paper.
proven.
And then
That's the first
tried
thing.
Tried
and
and
proven.
proven.
It went tried and
Mhm.
proven. And it was like all these TNPs all over their Bible, and I was trying to understand what it was, and it was tried and proven.
Mm.
And the
Mhm.
reality is that you two, as I've walked through many storms, right? Even in our short experiences together, it seems like I've known Butch for 55 years.
I know. I mean, yeah, I agree.
Oh my goodness! Love you,
Anyway.
Butch McCracken.
Let's stay on
The
task.
reality is, yeah, that kid taking his toll to up task, but the fact is that the trials and tribulations we've been through, and the short experiences, you know, it's relatively short experience of our life, has
Mhm.
bonded us together in a different circumstance, or a different set of circumstances than most people have gone through in that same period of time, right?
Mhm.
Yeah.
And it's caused us to realize who we are, what we stand for, who we want to be, how we want to treat others,
Mhm.
right? Working hard to get in alignment with with one another, even though sometimes that can be hard,
Mm-hmm.
Mhm.
you know, and even taking our clients through that. You know, sometimes it is hard to get in alignment when expectations can get out of alignment based on just the circumstances of life.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, it can happen so quickly. You know, I was
Mhm.
talking about Glenn Beachy early, but the fact is that if you look at Glenn's life 10 years ago, you look at Glenn's life 5 years ago, and you look at Glenn's life today,
Mhm.
it's completely different.
And what it will be like in another.
Well, the reality
Year
is he's
two.
discovered because of taking off
Mhm.
judgment and boundaries placed on him, he and Karen and his children, and watching his children blossom, watching Michael. I'm sure if Michael, you need to watch this, Michael. So Glenn, get him on here, buddy. And Daniel and his daughter, right? As you watch the circumstances they've come through in life, and watch their parents grow from being people that were swallowed and consumed in debt and self-doubt and judgment, right?
Mhm.
They were raised in an Amish environment, and they're not Amish anymore.
Right.
Oh my! But they still live right where they were. They're still in that community, and it's realizing that as humans that they've chosen to love above all things.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And that is just story after story of people who have gotten so many results from really, being teachable,
Yes.
knowing that they don't want to stay where they're at, and
Yes.
what needs to happen so that they can be
Mhm.
next year and the year after that they won't even recognize their life.
Yes.
And we actually do that here at Destiny Global. We have so many clients. The beaches are just one example
Yeah.
of
But a
so many clients.
Powerful example of that, right?
Mhm.
Such
Yeah.
a powerful example. Karen and Glenn, we're very proud of you.
Yeah.
And by the way, I mean, there's hundreds of others that we
Mm-hmm.
could be talking about as well. I mean, you want to start naming people, we'll be here all day. Coffee with Ken will be an extended version,
Yeah.
because the fact is, and when it comes down to it, and our partners in crime here, right, because we're wearing masks, is Jackie and Carmen O'Quinn. And they're unique individuals that have been set apart, along with us,
Mhm.
to bring a message of not hope, but we show you how to do it, right? Hope is one thing, but when you bring hope and you show how to do the hope, it changes everything for you.
Yeah.
And
So
that's the
good.
reality of what really we bring at Destiny Global. What separates us from every other training company in the world, that why did we buy this company?
Yeah.
Because we
And
enable people to accomplish their goals. We
that
truly,
is so
truly, truly
true.
do that.
And that is whatever your goal that you're watching, and you have dreams and you have things in your life that you want to achieve. We have training for that. We actually have training that we've all gone through the beaches. That's how they have gotten the results that they have in their life and their family. And it is through our event that is coming in April 12th through 14th.
I think you got the dates
And
right.
and where are we going?
Albuquerque, New Mexico.
Albuquerque, New Mexico in April. It's going to
Can
be
you
like
imagine? I want you to
gorgeous.
picture how beautiful this is,
Mhm.
because along the path we're teaching people. I know that they kind of. I'm gonna slip something out there that they're actually learning how to travel and spend
Mhm.
time away,
Mm.
coming to events,
Yeah.
Yeah.
so that they're learning how to travel in the process. Or teaching them what freedom looks like along the journey. They don't always get that
Yeah.
first right away, right? They're thinking, I'm going to a conference. No, you're actually going to experience freedom.
Journey.
Your journey to freedom.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right.
And to the destination and how
Mhm.
we do that at all different kinds of places, and we're so excited to be going to Albuquerque, New Mexico for our first steps to success.
It's a special place for us.
It is. It really
It
is.
is a very Albuquerque, New Mexico is a set apart place. It is a place that is not only beautiful with mountains and the scenery of that, but it's got an old town in it that is literally hundreds of years old, that dates back pre 1776 and all the declarations, everything, right? There is still people functioning and living in Albuquerque, New Mexico. So I think
Yeah.
they're going to find some very interesting things. And we
And we-
invite them to come with us.
We went to go to Albuquerque, New Mexico, and that's actually where I found out I was pregnant with twins. It's a very special
Oh wow.
place for us. So we
Yes.
would love for it to have you there in Albuquerque, New Mexico. The information is below. Click on it, get your ticket
Yes.
so that you can come to Albuquerque
Yes.
and you can start your journey. Your journey wherever you are right now, that you can be on your journey to your destination, freedom, because it really is the beaches. We have so many stories. We all have been there. People
Yeah.
in our company that work
Three
for
people
us.
sitting here.
Yeah. Have
experiencing freedom.
experiencing freedom. So we want that for you. And we're so excited for what this year, 2024, that you can have more in 2024 this year.
More in 2024. Don't you like that?
Oh,
Yeah,
I love
it
that.
really is.
And, you
More
know-
of freedom, more of traveling, more of
Breakthrough.
breaking out of debt.
Yes.
Like
yes.
so many things that
Yeah.
whatever it is in your head that you want more. And that's what we're all about. And so thank y'all for coming here and taking your mask off and being genuine here.
I'll make sure
and-
you take your purple cape home.
And listen, if you want to be around genuine people, then you have to be genuine.
Yes.
And so that is about reaping and sowing. That we have to be genuine if we are going to have people in our life that are genuine. And you sit there and say, I don't have any genuine people in my life. Well, are you being genuine? So
That's right.
that is our lesson for the day, taking off our masks, being genuine. And we thank you so much for joining us
Yes.
here today for Coffee with Ken. Like, share, do all the things. Like that part where
Yeah, give us a
if
like
you
on
like for
Captain Purple.
Captain
Oh.
Purple.
Yes.
You know,
Next
ask-
event.
Ask
When you go
Bush
up to
why-
him.
Yeah, ask Bush why he likes chocolate milk.
Just
That's
say
all I'll say. Here we go.
say
Get your cup
bye
up.
next
Here we
time
go.
on Coffee with Ken. We'll see you.
See you again.